Hello friends, how are you? Today we are going to verify a very common rule for solubility, which is like dissolves like, and obviously by doing some experiment. In this video we shall use some very common ingredients and apparatus which are mostly available at home to establish the above law. As we know that in the rule like dissolves like means non-polar or less polar covalent compounds will dissolve in a non-polar or less polar covalent solvent, and polar and ionic substances will be soluble in polar solvents. Now I am taking some water into the right hand cup and ethyl alcohol into the left hand cup. Now I am adding few drops of coconut oil to the water and few drops of coconut oil to the ethyl alcohol. Now try to mix them. What we are clearly seeing is that coconut oil, which is a non-polar organic substance, is soluble in ethyl alcohol, and we know that ethyl alcohol is a less polar solvent than water. But coconut oil remain insoluble in polar solvent water. So, what we can conclude is that a nonpolar substance is soluble in a nonpolar or less polar covalent solvent, but insoluble in a highly polar solvent. I am taking kerosene oil to the left hand cup and water to the right hand cup by using a dropper. Now I am adding almost the same quantity of table salt in both cups and then leave the cups for a while. So after almost 1 hour, what we are seeing is that the ionic substance sodium chloride completely dissolved in polar solvent water. But on the other hand, sodium chloride remains insoluble in non-polar solvent kerosene. So here we can conclude that a polar substance is soluble in a polar solvent, but it remains insoluble in non-polar organic solvent. Hence, the above law been established. But remember, there are few exceptions. For example, glucose, cane sugar, both are less polar organic compounds but soluble in water. On the other hand, though potassium hydroxide is an ionic compound, it is soluble in less polar solvent, ethyl alcohol. And there are many more exceptions. But overall, we can say like dissolves like rule is a very good rule to understand what may be the solubility of a particular substance by knowing it is polar or it is non-polar in nature.